Welcome to Manchester United Daily Updates. Before continuing this video, click the like button and subscribe to the channel. Ruben Amorim could unleash Manchester United's £55 million signing with simple lifeline. Mason Mount is into his second season at Man United but might finally get going following Ruben Amorim's arrival. Footage of Ruben Amorim introducing himself to Manchester United's players at Carrington has been released, and the new head coach exuded warmth as he met some of the squad. Most of the players have reported for international duty, but some have not been called up and are recovering from injury, which explains why they're at Carrington this week. They are set to be given a few days off, that is standard for the international break, but it was important they got an opportunity to meet Amorim before they enjoyed a rest. Amorim was overheard saying, "Guys, we have to have fun," in one conversation, and looked incredibly personable as he embraced players, while he also made sure to introduce himself to a handful of youngsters from the academy who were stretching with foam rollers. Amorim is an outstanding communicator and speaks fluent English. His personality shone through in the footage, and he seems guaranteed to become a hit within the dressing room. A new coach must get his squad to buy into his philosophy and vision, and Amorim's former players have spoken about the effort he makes to create genuine personal relationships. Amorim seems like an exceptional people manager, and the club media cameras picked up his exchange with Mason Mount, who recently returned from another injury setback. Mount embraced Amorim and the pair shared a few brief words with smiles on their faces. There has been a conversation among fans about which players will benefit the most from the 39-year-old's arrival from Sporting Lisbon, and Mount has the potential to be among the big winners. The midfielder, who signed for an initial £55 million from Chelsea in 2023, made just 5 starts in the Premier League in his first season, which was blighted by a few injury concerns. There were some reports in the summer that United could look to offload Mount, but a source rejected those claims and insisted he had backing from key figures inside the club to become the important member of the squad they envisaged he would become in 2024-25. It's understood there were staff who believed Mount essentially had a false start due to injury and thought this campaign. Sporting star admits he wants Man City move instead of Ruben Amorim Reunion at Man United. New Manchester United boss Ruben Amorim may look to raid his former club in January. Sporting Lisbon star Maximiliano Araujo hopes to join Pep Guardiola at Manchester City despite his former manager, Ruben Amorim, recently taking charge of their local rivals. New Manchester United manager Amorim oversaw Sporting's flawless start to this season and left them top of Liga Portugal with 11 wins from 11 games. The Portuguese giants also battered City 4-1 in the Champions League last week, with Araujo starting at left wing-back and putting Sporting ahead in the 49th minute. The Uruguayan found time for a chat with Guardiola after the final whistle. And amid uncertainty at Sporting in the post-Amorim era, he has not shied away from discussing the chances of one day joining up with the Spaniard. When asked about the possibility of Guardiola luring him to the Etihad Stadium, Araujo said, "I hope so, I hope so. I asked him for a photo, we talked for a few minutes and he congratulated me. I'm very happy about that. We talked about the game, nothing more." City have not been linked with Araujo, who was playing his club football in Mexico before Sporting swooped in this summer. Meanwhile, left-back is a problem position for United due to Luke Shaw and Terrell Malaysia's persistent injury problems. On top of that, neither player has much experience in the wing-back role Amorim is set to deploy in his favoured 3-4-3 formation. It remains to be seen whether that combination of factors encourages the Red Devils to push for Araujo in January, despite his come-and-get-me plea to Guardiola. Reflecting on his first few months in European football, Araujo claims he has a new respect for his Uruguayan teammates who have found success on the continent. "I'm very happy, I'm getting minutes and playing in a great team collectively and individually," said the 24-year-old. "It was hard for me at first, the team was already consolidated, but now I'm adapting very well and getting minutes. That's important. With this kind of thing you end up admiring Federico, Valverde, Rodrigo, Bentancur, Manuel, Ugarte and everyone who's in Europe more, because it's difficult to have continuity." Uruguay face Colombia and Brazil during the current international break. When Araujo returns to Sporting, he will be led by new manager João Pereira, who has been promoted from the B team in the wake of Amorim. Ruben Amorim urges Manchester United to replace £36 million signing as club begin talks. Juventus are exploring the possibility of a January loan deal for Manchester United striker Joshua Zirkzee, according to reports in Italy. United signed Zirkzee in a £36.5 million deal from Bologna in the summer transfer window, but the 23-year-old has struggled to make an impact since arriving at Old Trafford. Zirkzee scored the winner for United on his Premier League debut in August but has failed to find the net in his subsequent 15 appearances in all competitions. According to Italian newspaper Tuttosport, United are now seriously considering the prospect of allowing Zirkzee to leave on loan as early as January. AC Milan came close to signing Zirkzee in the summer transfer window before the Netherlands international opted to join United after speaking with Erik ten Hag. Tuttosport claimed that Juventus are interested in a loan deal for Zirkzee and initial talks have begun over a move. The report claims that new United manager Ruben Amorim has also made it clear to the club's hierarchy that he wants to sign Sporting striker Victor Gyökeres next summer. Amorim has already ruled out the idea of bringing any of his former Sporting players to United in January but has not ruled out moving for them at the end of the season. Victor has to stay until the end of the season and then his life is going, maybe, somewhere else, Amorim said of Gyökeres. It's understood that Sporting are open to selling Gyökeres next summer but are demanding a £63 million fee for the Sweden international. Gyökeres, who was signed in a £20 million deal from Coventry City last year, has scored 66 goals in 68 appearances for Sporting. Kobbie Mainoo says attacker who Manchester United sold in 2015 was even better than AC Milan legend Kaka. Manchester United have entered the final international break of 2024 with change on its way to Old Trafford. An underwhelming start to the campaign has the Red Devils slumped down in 13th spot of the Premier League table. But Manchester United have made the decision to change their manager with Erik ten Hag replaced by Ruben Amorim. Ruud van Nistelrooy will now be moved on from United with Amorim set to start afresh at the Theatre of Dreams. However, one player has been looking back at one talent which the Red Devils used to have on their books back in 2015. Kobbie Mainoo has established himself as one of the starters at United over the last year, but he has now spoken about some of the real legends of the game. Manchester United's Kobbie Mainoo ranks Angel Di Maria higher than Kaka. Speaking to Goal, Mainoo was asked to rank three legends of the game in Ronaldinho, Kaka and Angel Di Maria. The latter, of course, spent time at United back in 2014 before leaving for Paris Saint-Germain in the following year. Despite not exactly being a success at United, Mainoo recognized the Argentina international's talent as he ranked him between Ronaldinho and Kaka. Although Di Maria has been able to lift 2 Copa Americas and 1 World Cup, it is perhaps a bit of a surprise Mainoo ranked him above Kaka. Di Maria's time at Old Trafford may have been short, but Man United are trying to extend Mainoo's stay with a new contract. Di Maria blamed Louis van Gaal for his Man United struggles. It really was a tricky period for the Argentine winger in Manchester, with Di Maria showing United what they missed out on when he moved on to PSG. The winger only made 20 starts in the Premier League that season despite landing in a big money deal from Real Madrid. As he endured his struggles, Di Maria later came out and told ESPN Argentina that Van Gaal was the worst manager he's ever played under. The worst manager is Van Gaal, you can be sure of that. In case you had any doubt, I'll clear that up for you right now, he said. I haven't heard anything. Manchester United star uncertain about future with contract set to expire. Christian Eriksen admits he doesn't know what the future holds for him at Manchester United. The Denmark international has revealed that United are yet to talk to him about a renewal, despite his current deal expiring in the summer. Eriksen, 32, enjoyed a resurgence in the team under Erik ten Hag but has featured less since the Dutchman's sacking. Ruud van Nistelrooy stood in as caretaker manager and instantly preferred to opt for a midfield duo of Manuel Ugarte and Casemiro, with Kobbie Mainoo out injured. It remains to be seen whether Eriksen will be part of Ruben Amorim's plans, with the Portuguese coach set to demand a football style of high intensity. Should Eriksen decide to consider his future in January, he will be free to negotiate with foreign clubs. The only way United can prevent that is by extending his current deal, but negotiations are yet to take place. The decision will come down to Ineos, hierarchy and Amorim, who officially took charge this week. Our new head coach will be assessing the squad he has inherited from ten Hag from here on out. Strategically, it looks like Ineos want to prioritize younger players in the market, so it appears as though Eriksen's days are numbered. I haven't focused on it yet, and I haven't heard anything from the club, Eriksen told Tipsbladet. Right now it's just about football, and then we have to see where we stand in January and for that matter in the summer. As a football player, you just turn up and train, and then it is the coach who decides the team at the weekend. I have not set my hopes or expectations. Casemiro in a similar boat. This was long expected to be Eriksen's final season at United, but he isn't the only player in that boat. Elsewhere in midfield, Casemiro's days appear to be numbered, even though he features regularly in the side. The arrival of Manuel Ugarte should help with the transition process of United being without Casemiro in the future. Thanks for watching.